Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders, this is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Breakker Studios here in Garfield, New Jersey. I'm Darth Messiah. I am the only man that will dog walk your mama in her bed. Yada what I mean?
I will dog walk your ass.
You better say it right, Solo. You better say it right.
Right? He was about to say it wrong.
I mean?
He was about to say it wrong.
And on the phone is always the OG, the triple OG, all the Ultra Heelz.
It's your boy Alex the motherfucking Hill, a.k.a. the Stan Lee of podcasting, also known as the man to pay a girl in a cripple crawl space and have a run to a crawl space. You dig?
We dig.
Yes, sir.
It is Doug. And on the board, Stevie Franchise.
You already know it's your boy Stevie Franchise on the ones and twos, bringing you that Ultra Wrestling Heel news.
Yes.
So I got a question. I got a question. You know, why am I not seeing nothing on my side?
Oh, my bad. My bad. That's my fault right there, bro. You know, that's my fault right there. I got you.
So, you know,
hold on.
We all understand.
Yeah, you know, a lot of stuff going on, but you will be able to see something very nice. There you go.
Oh, it is very nice.
Yes.
It is. How do I say this? We have un Dominicana.
Ooh.
Un Dominicana.
Ooh.
And muy AEWs.
Mm.
All elite white women.
Mucho AEW.
Mucho AEWs.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Commissioner?
And what are we talking about?
Brains like a chess match. So complex. Talk slick, get flip, hit hard like a suplex.
Hey.
Bars.
Hey.
Bars. Word.
But back to these Un Dominicana and AEWs. It is time for
Cheeks of the week.
Cheeks of the Week.
Hey.
We're going to start out with the Hex, as they like to call themselves. Allison Kay and Marty Bell.
I know me some vanilla ice cream mixed with a little bit of caramel.
Yep. And unlike most people, I like vanilla ice cream. I'm not against it.
I'm not against it either.
That's me against it.
Very oozy.
And if you do somehow find yourself viewing Allison Kay's fan page, I didn't say how you got it, but if you find yourself viewing her fan page, she has these things where she like has pool parties in her living room in kiddie pools.
That's cool. I could drown in 2 feet of water.
Yeah, she has a kiddie pool in her living room.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And she has a pool party.
I wonder who's invited.
I'd like to be invited. I don't know how to get on the guest list, but I'd like to be invited.
I would like to also be invited. Yes, yes.
I can't be invited because I'm never going to the living room.
And then next up, we have, again, I told you we're jam-packed with AEWs this week. We have Sky Blue sitting on that thing. We got Megan Bain sitting on that thing. And we got Macy Estrella, a.k.a. Lacey Evans, PTT owning it, poking that thing out.
Poking that thing out.
Yeet.
All about them ankles.
And I swear she's been working on it since she's been gone, because it was never like that.
I can see my face in it.
Oh, exactly.
Put down a baby oil like this Mark.
I would just like to do things. That's it. Just things.
Call me with some pipes. I'm gonna be in that bitch with knee pads on and my Timberlands like I'm JTG in this.
I'm proud of my cheeks.
And this week's main event, we have AEW MILFs we have Tori Wilson, and I believe she's now recovered from her surgery that she had last year. Maurice, because she's back in action on the blogs, and the Cheeks is out.
Yowie wow.
AEW. Hello. Poking that thing out.
All elite white women and Dominicana.
Love
And
it.
this has been Chicks of the Week. And now it is time for Ultra Fantasy Booking. And yes, as Calvin said, Maurice is double cheeked up on a Tuesday afternoon. The way she ought to be.
Hell yeah.
First of all, he's saying, I don't know how Joey Janela pulled Megan Bain. It's still confusing how Miz pulled Maurice. We know the story, but it's still confusing.
It is very
I was
confusing.
he kept annoying her, and she just said, "Fuck me, I'll give you a try." And then here we are.
Miz was like, I don't get injured. Oh, that's good.
And he must eat the box like a motherfucker.
Miss said, "I treat you like Christopher Watt family. I just won't do what the ending is."
All right. Last week was the seasonally appropriate pay-per-view for Dragon Force. Double or Nothing. The only modern pay-per-view that we run, and it happens to be in the appropriate month as well. Double or Nothing. Opening match was a triple threat in the women's division for the number one contender to the World of Stardom Championship. It was Sky Blue, Chelsea Green, and Mandy Rose. 21% Mandy Rose, 36% Sky Blue. And your winner, all salute, Chelsea Green. Match 2, it was a non-title match. The Usos, who are the AEW Tag Team Champions, took on their old rivals, the New Day. And somehow, it was a landslide victory.
Oh, yeah.
I guess because main event Jey Uso and his brother, because they up right now.
Because they very oozy.
87% the Usos.
It's a very oozy result.
Yeah. Match 3. It was a hardcore tag team match. It was British Strong Style, represented by Pete Dunne and Trent Seven. It was actually a pretty close one. They took on God. 53-47. God took home the win.
No,
Yeah.
Trent Dunn sounds like a great team name for them.
Trent Dunne.
Better than what they have.
I guess.
I mean,
I guess.
Hey, it's a fusion.
I guess. Next up, we had Ethan Page taking on the biggest member of the Polynesian family, Hikuleo. And with 67%, Hikuleo was your winner.
Your ass.
Match, what is this, 5? Match 5. Our friend Nick Ziggler, a.k.a. Dolph Nemeth.
It should have been me.
It's Mr. It Should Have Been Me. He took on Mello Shoots Bricks. Carmelo Hayes.
You mean Mello always miss?
That too.
That too. Okay.
That too.
We'll take that.
With 71% of votes, Nick Nemeth was your winner.
Hey, that's what's up.
Match number 6. We'll be referencing him again in a few minutes. Mr. I Believe in Joe Hendry. He took on Maxwell. Excuse me, not Maxwell. He took on Malcolm
There you go.
Jamal Foster.
Correct with his
MJF.
new name, please.
He's correct. His new nigger name. And with 71% of votes, MJF defeated Joe Hendry.
The Maxwell Jacob Freeman is his slave name.
Yes, his slave name. His slave name. Yes, his slave name.
Oh my God.
And the main event for the ECW TV title and #1 contendership of the the WWF World title. It was Kevin Steen taking on Drew McIntyre. And # new ECW TV champion Kevin Steen and new #1 contender to Brock Lesnar's WWF Championship, Kevin Steen.
Steen versus Lesnar.
Steen versus Lesnar. Yes, we have Steen versus Lesnar.
Something that should have happened for real.
Yep.
Honestly.
Yep. And that was Double or Nothing. And moving along to Warzone.
Hey.
So, coming off of our pay-per-view, which was No Surrender, and the big shocking main event where Cody Rhodes defeated Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman turned on Brock Lesnar. So,
Is Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman comes out with Cody Rhodes, the new tribal chief. Paul Heyman acknowledges his new tribal chief. Together with the rest of the family, we will take over this industry forever. Because wrestling has more than one royal family.
Yeah.
Adrenaline in my soul.
Go.
Something, Cody Rhodes.
Go fuck yourself.
Match number 1, we have Mr. Ospreay taking on AJ Styles
That's crazy.
for #1 contender versus Walter and his MLW Openweight title. Match number 2 will consist of I'm doing this on the fly because I'm behind. I didn't have time to write a show. Match number 2, we're going to take somebody we haven't seen on the show in quite a while. Hey, we're going to have a squash match. Fuck it.
All right.
Dark Order.
Jesus.
Dark Order versus 2 members of Main Event Mafia. Scott Steiner and Kevin Nash.
I want to hear the math on this. You got me and Kevin Nash, and that's like 44% chance of losing. And they got a 55% chance of winning. And we got 1% of being a draw.
And you have to throw in the fact that Kevin Nash calls them vanilla midgets.
Yeah.
You have to throw that in.
You got 2% of him calling him a vanilla midget. And me calling him fat for 3% chance.
Next up, in the ladies division, we're gonna have Sol Ruka versus who hasn't had a match in a while. I don't think I've ever booked Victoria. Let's have a match with Victoria.
Yeah, book her, man.
Sol Ruka versus Victoria. Let's make it a triple threat. Let's go all the way. Let's have a triple threat.
I'm about to pull out the Glock.
Pull out the Glock.
Versus who have I not booked in a while? Lash Legend.
Okay. Saturn in the mix.
Lash Legend.
Do we get the Nicki Minaj entrance, Victoria?
I I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good with Nicki Minaj.
All right.
It's not freaking the thought from St. Louis.
I ain't a lady who mess with.
It's not the thought from St. Louis, so I'm good with it. And in our main event, who recently won a #1 contender that can have a main event title match? I believe it was Mr. Claudio Castagnoli. No. He's not going to cash that one in yet. So we'll just put a title on the line then. Miss Bianca Belair. She's going to put her TNA Women's title on the line in an open challenge.
I thought you were gonna say if she's gonna put her hair back and forth, whip her hair back and forth, and challenge.
Well, she always does that, so that's nothing new. Open challenge versus Mrs. Chelsea Green or Mrs. Chris Statlander or option C will be Mia Yim. And that will be Warzone.
Hello, ladies.
There will be no chin, tits, or shoe. Because we will get to the chin, tits, and shoe in a moment.
Yes, we will.
Because they were superb.
They were.
They were superb. But before we get there, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
What a timely circumstance of an event here.
Yes.
We got a new TNA champion.
And he works for NXT.
More specifically, WWE.
Yes. Yes.
Excuse me while I
And he is the 5th man to be a TNA and NXT champion. Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, AJ Styles. No, not AJ Styles. Dolph Ziggler / Nick Nemeth. And who was the other person? I forgot who the person was.
I saw the picture too.
There was one more.
Samoa Joe.
I said that was the first one I said. Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, Nick Nemeth / No, AJ Styles never won an NXT title.
Not AJ Styles. Damn.
Drew McIntyre.
There you go. Drew
McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. Yeah.
Drew Galloway.
Galloway. / Galloway. Yeah.
Yeah.
But wow. I'm gonna admit to something because we're gonna talk about the other pay-per-view.
Okay.
I thought it was hype.
Yeah.
But not as hype as what I saw in the other pay-per-view.
Okay.
Honestly.
That's an interesting take.
If we're gonna be honest today, I think AEW did a swell job, but they finished way too long.
That's your booker. That's your 3-time booker of the year. He doesn't know when to quit.
Yeah, exactly. Like
when he has a good thing, he doesn't know when to quit. When he actually pulls something off that works.
And we'll get to that topic later. But for this match, we all knew it.
Yeah.
We all knew he was gonna take it.
Yeah.
What is gonna go on forward to what are we gonna expect tonight and moving forward with TNA and WWE?
Well, this just solidifies their partnership because you just put your title on the other guy's worker.
What are we expecting? Is my question. What are we expecting Trick to do? Like he's gonna defend it in both shows?
Yeah.
And he's gonna cause a war?
I guess.
Are we expecting Invasion 2.0?
I wouldn't go that far. Because again, as people have said, people get expecting TNA versus main roster stuff, which I don't think is going to happen. Because I'd love to see like AJ challenge for the TNA title.
I would love to see that too.
Like somebody like that, somebody that was a TNA mainstay for a long time.
I've been waiting for AJ to like make an appearance on TNA, just for the theme song that he hates.
No, let him use his regular music.
They probably will. I don't know. But I did enjoy it though. I did enjoy the match. Mm-hmm. I didn't enjoy how much of a squash match this looked for Joe Hendry. You know, being the squashed. It did look like that.
I wouldn't go that far. He got some offense in.
He did, but
it was a decisive win by Trick.
it was. It kind of looked like a squash match to me. Or a championship match?
I'm not gonna go squash.
Okay, but at least it could have gone a little more hype to it, you know. I would say, because what I heard this crowd and then the other crowd on the other side, there's a difference.
Well, it obviously was not an even crowd. It was a pro Trick Williams crowd.
Yes, it was. Still enjoyed it. Like I said, still enjoyed the victory. Now I'm looking forward to the next, either TNA or NXT. This makes you want to watch TNA now.
Mm-hmm.
Like more into what storylines involved. Like, is Nick Nemeth gonna come in and just like invade in NXT for the title, just to get the title?
The Hardys.
The Hardys could come in. Well, they've already
tag
crossed
champions.
the line. Yeah, they already crossed the line. Or we can get like Frankie Kazarian again, try to go for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But there's endless possibilities in here now.
Ethan Page can go back to TNA.
He has.
Oh yeah, he has gone over
for
already.
A couple weeks now.
I forgot. Yeah, I keep forgetting that people are already going back over.
People you already are thinking is already there.
Yeah.
Like they already crossed the line, because we already saw Nikita Lyons last week.
Yeah.
Like tear shit up.
Yep.
So,
and her new what's the new
her new finisher?
Yeah,
the what is it? The
Thought Buster.
Thought Buster,
yeah.
or the Twerk Factor or something like that.
Whatever
Twerk
it's called.
Factor.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Some shit.
Why did I call it the Thought Buster?
I mean, it would have been an appropriate name again. It would have been an appropriate name. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, the whatever Twerk Factor, whatever. But yeah. We're getting those. We're getting what we're seeing, like the crossovers, what this is doing. But I wanted to come to an actual, like, okay, we're gonna war with these guys because they keep coming into our fucking our company and just taking opportunities. I want that to happen. And I saw little bits of pieces of that happening in backstage. Mm-hmm. Not to mention Mike Santana was in the backstage.
Yes. Yep.
So Mike Santana is probably going to be next, because he said he was going to look forward to next. So we're going to see Trick Williams versus Mike Santana.
Which I'm not against.
I'm not against either. Mike Santana go hard. So I definitely am looking forward to that.
Did you see the Sol Ruka and Kehlani match?
Fire.
Yeah.
That finisher.
I originally wasn't into her finisher. I was like, it takes too much setup. It has to be too perfect for her to hit it. Man.
Let her cook.
Yeah.
Let her cook.
Yeah.
Just let her cook.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's how I said.
I told y'all. Hey, look, I told y'all a couple weeks ago. Female Randy Orton, she can get that out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Dude, just let her cook.
Yeah.
She's doing great. Everything about it is just awe-inspiring to look at. Like, what the like, how the fuck did she pull this off? Like,
yeah,
bro, she did that flow snatcher, bro. I screamed like I was there.
Yo, for real, it's like I was watching it from before my eyes. just like me, just like Alex, I was watching it before my eyes, even though I'm on the TV. So, yo, she's doing her thing, bro.
Yeah.
So,
you got me. You got me on that one.
Yeah, she's definitely doing her thing. What else?
Jordan, Stephanie Gavakur and Jordan Grace. Yeah,
Jordan Grace, Booker T. Close to a heart attack again with that move. Now they're publishing like Booker T being the anchor of that. Like every time she does the move.
Yeah, he better be.
Yeah, right. Good match overall. I thought it was solid. It was clean.
Yeah.
Nothing too much to talk about it, but it was a good defense.
Yeah, everything else was just solid on the show. Not too much to write home about.
Yeah, exactly. It was solid. I guess the main thing is the TNA Championship switching hands to a WWE / NXT, superstar.
Yep.
So looking forward to that.
Yep. Now, if we flash back to earlier in the week, AEW Dynamite, which was the setup to what will eventually come the Double or Nothing. We had a what did Mercedes freaking do on Dynamite?
It's not wrestle, dude.
Yeah, correct. Not wrestle again.
Not wrestle again. Yeah.
But she had an interaction with
the person she fought on Sunday.
Yeah, that's who it was.
And it's crazy because I was rooting for her and now I forgot who she is.
Was it?
It's not Megan Bain.
No,
Even
no.
though that match was kind of fire, and I'm so mad it's at a pre-show, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the next. That's the pay-per-view. But damn, who was she? Oh, Jamie Hayter.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
They were talking. They were scrapping. Preparing for the match and yada yada. It wasn't really something to grab onto. Gravitate.
I'm going to say this. I've said this before. Since Jamie Hayter's come back from that injury, there's just something missing.
Yep.
Because I liked her before. And now it's just like,
And I guess we will talk about the decision that they made with that. Because I honestly thought she was going to,
You really thought Mercedes Hogan was going to lose?
No. I thought she would have a chance, at least. But that was like a squash, too. By the way, I'm not calling her Mercedes Hogan no more. Because she's black. So I got a new name for her.
Well, she's also white, too.
Well,
you forget she's a
still
mutt.
melanin.
She's everything.
She's still, yeah. But here's her new name. It's Mercedes Cena. Because she is ruining wrestling right now.
I'll give you that one.
Okay, there you go. From now on, her name is Mercedes Cena. Because she's getting every opportunity handed to her.
Okay. I'll give you that one.
All right, bet. As long as we can all, be clear with that. Because I ain't calling a black person Hulk Hogan, bro. Like, that's kind of like, it's like calling him, what's it called? Uncle Ruckus.
I see nothing wrong with that.
Mercedes Ruckus. But with Dynamite, I really have no recollection of what the heck happened. All I know is they're doing the promos.
You had what was it? Moxley and the Bucks team up against was it Joe, Swerve, and
the Ops.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you something about that match. That match was so all over the place.
Wait, are we talking about Anarchy?
Swear.
Because that's
No. It was the 6-man on Dynamite,
cool.
which set up the Anarchy in Arena.
Sorry to interrupt you, bro.
Excuse me, the fuckery in the arena.
I'm about to say that match that led to the Anarchy was like taking acid while doing shrooms at the same time.
Yes.
Man. Well, we'll talk about Anarchy
The only
in a
good
bit.
thing about that was when they played one song.
No, I was going to say at the end when Willow's bouncing titties when she came out at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, that too, but I'm just saying, I was like that one part when they started playing the music, and I was like, hey, this reminds me of playing my game when I used to play my own music. But then it got annoying real quick.
They got the PS or the Xbox 360 custom music on, so you could really like.
I really missed that.
Me too. I missed it so
I
much.
missed that.
It was great, but for that, Swerve entrance with the shit. That's beautiful. I don't give a fuck what nobody said.
I low key like Dustin and Sammy Guevara, but them coming out to challenge the Hurt Syndicate was just. It didn't hit.
It didn't.
It didn't hit.
It really didn't. There was no hype to it. There was no great booking towards it. Like, it was just there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing really to talk about.
Really wasn't like.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like, all right, well, let's get to the pay-per-view, of course. Like, that's what I'm in my mind. It was like, all right, we'll get to Double or Nothing, and then maybe it'll be hype. That was my mind that on that night.
Yeah. SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Do y'all actually like Fraxium? Because I don't get it.
I don't really watch them when they're on,
I don't get it.
so I
I'm
can't
not
really
saying they're
give you.
bad.
A
It's
true
just
review.
I don't get it.
They're not bad. It's just like it looks like a custom team that we got in 2K. It's a custom team. They're both call characters. They're both call characters to me with 98%.
It looks like two characters from the story mode that they threw together for a tag team.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking at them as. Maybe I'll be interested if they split, because you put a story in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a good like heel turn story. And I want the other guy, you know, the one with the long hair. I don't even know their names, bro. That's how like little I pay attention to them.
Axiom. I like them as a tag team.
They're good. They're not bad.
I like them as a tag team. In fact, they're on a show with other tag teams that put on the same amount of energy that they do in a match.
Yes. I give them that.
If they was on Raw, it would make no sense because there's only 3 tag teams on Raw.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is, you got to sell me. You got to sell me. Like,
But they sold me before when they were facing each other, and when they was in the UK, WWE, and they sold me again when they started playing each other on NXT to become a tag team. So I get, why they're a tag team. They don't switch so much and they're so good. Shit, why not team up?
yeah, because weren't they against each other at first? And then, like, they had a rivalry before? Then they teamed up forcefully?
Yeah, they were forced to team up, and then they realized that they was good, and then they was talking there saying they was better than most of the tag teams. And I was like, I ain't gonna hold you. Most of the tag teams ain't tag teams together. Y'all can support each other, so y'all know all each other's movesets. Y'all can just make yourself a tag team. Y'all probably are better.
I bet. So right then and there, I want them to actually keep going and lose matches so they could split up and see how both of them would do, like, against each other again.
At this point now, I don't want them to split up. You never have a WWE when you're a tag team and you split up.
Yeah, but if you can win the title, if you can win the tag team titles, then okay, I'll give them a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like within like 2 months.
Well, they were NXT tag champs for almost a year, right?
They were. That's why I'm saying sell me when you're in the main roster now. Like, sell me that you guys are the shit. Like, for real. Like, I want people going after your ass.
My thing with Fraction is, what tag team on the roster right now can keep up with them on speed and being all over the place?
Motor City
as
Machine
young
Guns.
as they are against all the other teams.
Motor City Machine Guns.
And DIY.
DIY.
Most machine. I'm about to say, you can't say most machine guns. We've seen them in the ring. They don't move as fast as they did when they first got in TNA. Age has caught up with them. Fraction is younger and they can keep it going. Hell, we saw what they did with the Hardys. And the Hardys praised them like a motherfucker.
True.
Yeah, I did see that.
So I don't want them to split as a tag team. I actually like them as a tag team.
Okay.
Because their tag team actually makes a good sense for them to be rivals, to be tag team members.
I got like a
Like
Kane.
they put me in mind of a better version of Kendrick and Paul London.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They
I
just
could see
make better
that.
sense.
I could see that. I mean, there were unorthodox teams like that though, like that actually worked out. So, like I said, just give me 2 months, if they can acquire the tag team champions. Because if you're there, you got to be there for at least 2 or 3 months to at least go for gold.
I'm about to say, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, because
you got to, but then Motor City Machine Guns came in off of their name and got a tag team title shot and won the belt.
Because they were already established.
And,
Well, they also had to get the belts off of Bloodline at the time.
True. But they were more established to take away from, for the surprise factor. People already know who they are.
Yeah.
Like, for years.
Yeah, people know who they are, but they didn't even get AJ or anybody else that came in that early a chance to go for a title like that and win it the first time.
So those upwards decision makings when you get new talent in, or like returning talents or veteran talents, because there's definitely a difference between those.
Yeah. Did anybody know that Big Fab still worked there? I completely forgot she still worked there.
Yeah,
because I thought she got released with the rest of Hit Row.
Nah, she was the only one that stayed.
Nah.
Oh shit.
She was actually
apparently Big Fab, they actually like her in the back.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They kept her around.
Because
when
she's lucky.
Natalia, like she cool with Natalia, so she's kind of under Natalia, so Natalia's gonna fight for her.
Yeah, Natalia definitely fight for her peoples. So
yeah, like she fights with her sister when they like to touch each other.
When I slap, it bounce.
I don't know. I'd be forgetting B-Fab still works there. Like she's still there.
Yeah,
Holy smokes.
She's there. She's in and out of catering, but she's there. She's getting singles competition. She's doing jobber matches, more likely.
Yeah.
Hey, she has her JTG role.
Yeah,
her
exactly.
place to keep her paycheck.
Yeah. Anyway, Saturday night main event.
Let's talk about
the big headline. Big Bronson Reed has joined the what is this called? The coalition.
Who called that one? Somebody called.
I did.
You did, right?
I did.
You called this one.
I called it.
Mm-hmm. You called this one because we were thinking we had a conversation like this, and we were thinking he was going to be in the bloodline again.
Yeah, I said I called either one. It was like either he's going to help Solo because he only gets enforcers. Enforcers only.
There's another enforcer.
I was like, or he's coming back to help Seth Rollins.
Oops, all enforcers.
And then when they came out on Raw,
go ahead. No, I was cool with him coming out and actually doing that. Everybody started questioning didn't Bronson Reed like tsunami him like 9 times in a row? And I said they're gonna have to explain about that. And then when they explained about it,
yeah.
And the vision, I said the same thing he did when he was Messiah. He did it with Buddy Murphy and Austin Theory.
Yep. And basically, he rebuilt AOP.
He did, honestly. Just a more.
All you need is one more younger.
I feel like there's room for one more.
Bring back Austin Theory and just have the whole thing all over again.
Austin Theory would be awesome to be in there. Honestly, yo, this team already looks crazy.
It's had to get. I don't know Austin Theory in there now after the whole Messiah thing and how he got left in the dust with Seth Rollins. I don't know that.
Dude, when I saw Bronson Reed, I thought it was Jeff Cobbs, and I thought the bloodline was helping. I was like, wait, I knew it. I thought I was about to say, yo, I called this. They were going to work together. Then I saw it was Bronson Reed, and I was like, oh, that's a good call.
Yeah,
that's a good call.
First of all, I know when it's Bronson Reed, when I haven't looked at my TV, I saw the Jordans.
Yeah, I saw the Jordans.
Yeah. I didn't see the Jordans at first. I just saw a big kind of looking Samoan just coming in and tearing shit up. I thought it was just Jeff Cobbs. I was like, what the fuck?
Because those are what the elephant print 3s?
Yeah.
Are they 3s? Oh, yeah, they were. Shit.
I saw those and I was like, yeah, I know who that is. I think ain't nobody on the show wearing Jay's size him like that.
Dude, this is looking like a beefy ass fucking faction, bro.
Pause.
Hey, man. Hey man, there ain't no pause in here. This is big meat, slapping meat,
Slapping
other
meat.
meaty meat man.
Big meaty men teamed up. Slap me.
I'm not gonna hold you. This is a good faction so far. It's still room for one more person because you have Bronson Reed as your big man. You have Seth Rollins as your leader. You have Bron Breakker as your power, and you need one more person to be the underling to learn.
It has to be Austin Theory, bro.
It's either Austin Theory or they hit us with a curveball and they grab somebody else that got some good potential like they did with Randy.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of somebody in NXT right now that they would bring up.
The only person I can think
Ethan
of,
Page.
but it wouldn't make sense, but it would be good, is old boy that looks like Randy.
Oh, that yeah. The man who fought
He has a lot of
the man who
potential
fought
that
Oba,
everybody's
right?
Talking about.
The guy who fought Oba, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he has a
okay.
lot of potential, and it's weird for him to be hearing impaired. The man is good on the mic.
But you know,
He's still
you
good.
You say Ethan Page? That works for me too.
Ethan Page works for me.
That works for me too.
Ethan Page would, because I feel like Ethan should be in the main roster soon. And what better way to reveal him than here?
Like I feel like Ethan Page should be on the main roster by himself because he's good with his mic skills and everything. He don't really play good with groups. Like he's all ego for a reason.
He's gonna be
Nobody.
This is what I'm proposing. He's gonna be the MJF of the group.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's gonna be the MJF of the group, and Chris Jericho is freaking Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
Get it?
yeah.
See what they're doing here?
I got you.
Word.
I got to see what you're going with. You're going with it.
But it's a much better group.
Yes, because somebody with a fucking sense of wrestling is booking the damn thing.
Exactly.
Yo, we know who it is. You see that man on the far right?
Hit the button.
Mm-hmm. Hit the button. Is
My name is Paul Heyman.
And Paul Levesque too.
yes.
He's there too.
The game too. The game. They're playing the game and they're playing it right.
Over here, right next to him.
This is the example of playing the game and playing it right.
Yeah. Yep. Also the
Oh wait.
yeah. One more.
One more.
I was kind of the Logan Paul and Jey Uso wasn't bad, wasn't good. It
that
was just
bad.
there.
It was.
It was just there.
But the important part was what happened
Yeah.
at the match.
Yeah.
Well, we had Cena and Truth before that.
Yeah, Cena Truth squash match. 'Cause first of all,
Hey.
Truth
Hey.
came out to Cena's music.
That shit was
He
godlike.
was literally Cena the whole match. And then Cena did Cena. He ruined wrestling, and he just nutshotted him and pinned him 1, 2, 3. So we got to the finish of the Jey Uso match.
Before we got to that,
Yeah.
I was hitting up Alex.
Yo, can we just talk about that T-shirt?
Yes, I was hitting up Alex, and I was like, I want this T-shirt. Ron Cena.
Ron, yes! I forgot about that.
Ron Cena,
It
bro.
was like when he put his name on the Judgment Day T-shirt.
Yo, let me tell you something. Online, he debuted it before he walked out. He turned around and had it on with John Cena's whole gear on, right?
Yes,
the
he had
comments was like,
shorts
we're on the website. We
Jorts.
cannot find the link for the shirt.
He had everything to the T, bro.
That's his childhood hero.
And I would
Yo.
even add before you get to that, Alex. I would even add that he did all his moves better than John would have done.
He is more athletic.
Yo,
He is.
yeah, he's athletic and he's older with a messed up knee that
older,
almost
too.
took away his life. Still did it better. But no, there was a girl on TikTok that was watching it live, and when John Cena came out, she literally said before it happened, you know, it would be great if R2 came out to John Cena's music acting like John Cena. It would be the pop of the night, and it happened. And she was like, "WWE, where's my check at? Where's my check? Like, why am I not getting cut my money?" And I was like, "I ain't gonna hold you." She called it like 4 minutes before it even really happened. She didn't even know.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, maybe? Yo. That went over the top,
It was
bro.
It was a smart move for R-Truth. I ain't gonna hold
It
you.
was
Like,
super
he came
smart,
out dressed as
yo.
a man, doing all his moves. He got national treasure.
Yo,
We need-
that shit was lit. I was cheering for this man on. Let's go, Ron.
Like, I've never seen nobody be John Cena or be better than John Cena at
Exactly.
John Cena. I never thought I would see that.
Fucking John Cena being
Now that
this
John Cena's gonna be
Anakin
here, I play
Skywalker.
R-Truth should just beat John Cena.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that idea.
He should be John Cena after he leaves. That would be crazy.
I'm not mad at that either.
John Cena's conscience. Try to beat John Cena's conscience all the way up to the very end.
Oh man, that's gonna be crazy, bro. I feel like he's not done.
But
He's not done.
yo, because R-Truth did cut a great promo at the end of the match.
Yo, that promo
He
was
like,
fire.
He's like, I saw something in
I forgot
John.
about that.
He's like, I saw something in John. I see he could change. He was like, and I'm gonna get him to come back. I was like, first of all, R-Truth in the story. Keep him in the story. Keep him in his goddamn story.
Dude, the one where he was sitting down with Wade Barrett, priceless.
Yeah.
He's like, I could change him. This is like my hero would say, never give up. Never. When he tells a story,
I'm
he's
telling
very
you.
inspirational, bro.
Bro, because he knows how the wrestling world works with him. Not for everybody. Yes, him.
And people love him for it.
Yep.
So good. Dude, I was thinking he was going to win.
Yeah.
I was even on the over the top line that he would actually win. It's like
Like, it was already non-title.
But it wasn't
I
a
was
non-title,
Like, you
though.
might well
No, that was a
let
title
him
match.
closely win or win.
it was non-title.
It was a title match.
They didn't say it was on the
It was
line.
a title match.
Huh.
Hold on. Let's go to Wikipedia. I'm pretty sure it was a title match.
I'm sure it wasn't because they never mentioned it was going to be for the title. Like the whole promos.
Hold on. WWE Saturday night main event.
I don't think it was a title match.
I could have swore it was a title match.
Nah, they would have announced it if it was. This was just an appearance for him.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a non-title match.
I could have swore it was a title match. But anyway,
We would have made it more hype if it was, honestly.
could have swore it was a title match. Anyway, moving over to Double or Nothing from the desert in Phoenix. They finally took it out of Las Vegas. I think they couldn't afford to run it in Las Vegas anymore.
WWE overbid them.
Basically, they ran him out of town. With fucking going to WrestleMania 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row,
Which
Las Vegas.
After The Rock announced that WrestleMania would be in New Orleans, they nixed that in the bud. It's freaking 3 months later. Yeah, we're going back to Las Vegas 2 years in a row.
Oh, Bryan Danielson's not.
I'm about to say-
His contract's not coming up. Oh,
I'm about to
okay.
say,
So
they didn't-
we'll rebook this.
I'm about to say, they didn't even nip it in the bud. They took it from New Orleans and then said, we're going to do something different. Y'all getting a whole nother pay-per-view. What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anyway, so you were saying how long this pay-per-view was.
This paper went on to 12 o'clock a.m.
Match times. I'm not even going to do the pre-show. Match times. Mercedes versus Jamie Hayter, 21:15. FTR versus
long.
Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness, 22:30. Ricochet and Mark Briscoe, 16:20. Hurt Syndicate versus Sons of Texas, 16:35. Okada versus Mike Bailey, 16:05. Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa, 15:49. Fuckery in the Arena, 35:10. 35 minutes and 10
That
seconds.
wasn't even the last match.
That wasn't even the last match. The Callis family versus the Callis family. Sorry, versus it was listed weird in here.
Yeah.
Because it says with Don Callis, so I only read halfway down. Versus Undisputed that can't call themselves Undisputed anymore. That was only 13:50. That was the shortest match on the show. Main event. Hangman versus Ospreay, 36-36.
Why are these matches over 15 minutes long?
So they won't be New Japan so goddamn bad.
Why are these matches over 15 minutes long, bro?
So that's why the show was so long. So you had 2 matches over 35 minutes, and everything else was basically right at or right under 20 minutes.
It's like nobody wants to watch wrestling for that long, especially if it's all right. We could barely put up with WrestleMania for being 4 or 5 hours long.
And it wasn't this year.
For 2 years.
It wasn't this year. It was barely 3 hours each night.
Barely 3 hours, for real.
I think night 2 was like 18.
And I was okay with that. But not this long. This is too long. This is not even their WrestleMania or their whatever their
Which
Super
is
Bowl,
all in?
which passed already, which
No, that's in September.
oh yeah, for this year at least. Yeah. But it wasn't that long. This was too long of a pay-per-view. That's my
It really was.
one of my gripes of this pay-per-view.
But as usual, Toni Storm, the timeless
Of
Toni
course.
Storm,
Entertained us.
she mounted and she enthralled and enticed us and titillated us,
Yes.
as she always does.
And all the words that she be using.
Yes. With her throbbing and massive. I'm out of innuendos.
Yes, it was a great match.
Yes.
So it was a
I almost grabbed my lotion and just
exactly.
just looked myself up.
Nothing bad to say about it. You know, I was
And she was like a weird cowgirl. That was her role.
that was her role for this match. Yeah.
She was a weird cowgirl. I do like cowgirl, preferably reverse, but it's kind of harder to pull off. It requires a lot of energy, and I ain't got that kind of energy at my age.
We got to see. Yeah, I feel like we got to see more corn than wrestling in this match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was some HLA at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was something.
Yeah.
It was definitely something.
You said you did like the pay-per-view
I did.
overall.
That was one of them. That was one of the matches that I liked. I did like this match. Anarchy went too long, I felt.
Mm-hmm.
Anarchy was only good when I heard let the bodies hit the floor.
Same
I
here.
said that makes sense with this whole shit.
Giving me
But then
ECW days.
But then it pissed me off when they played the song. Shane Strickland looked at Omega,
Mhm.
ran foot through the rope, and then they cut the camera from it. I said, bro, I don't give a fuck about the other three. That was the main shot.
That was the main shot right there that they should have never
Once
banned.
again, the production issues.
Bad spots, man. Like bad camera angle spots. Like,
Production has always been a problem and remains a problem, and I don't understand why.
I don't know why. I really don't know. There was more cons than pro for me, even though I did liked it. Because one, Hangman and Page, the main event, I didn't like it.
Is this the second time he's won the tournament?
I feel like this is, and it should have belonged to Osprey.
Did he win the first time?
Did he win the first one?
I think he
Because
did.
I thought the first one was
No. Adam
Baker
Cole.
and
No,
what you call
Adam
it?
Cole won the first one because remember him and Britt Baker won pink that night.
Oh, the kids' friends is
It was-
still
it was-
winning.
Look.
The children's
what's
friends
weird, they
are still
doing
winning.
that bullshit. Because then Mercedes wear pink too.
Yep.
Yep. Another bullshit.
And then last year Willow wore pink. She won. But whoever won the men's one didn't wear pink last year. I don't remember who won the men's one last year.
So the gripe about this is that the fear that we've been talking about is coming to life.
Yeah.
She's getting closer, and she's already in the opportunity to fight
Super
Toni
Super
Storm.
Cena. Yeah,
Super Cena, Super Mercedes Cena
Yeah, she's
is going to fight Toni Storm, and sadly probably go over.
Yeah.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. Come on home, Tony.
Yeah. Come to WWE,
Come on.
please. Just come.
If you don't want Super Cena all up in your storyline, come to WWE.
Come to WWE. Come to WWE. That's only the male. That's only the male's problem. We only have to deal with it for one more year. So, come over, please, Tony, and bring the gimmick. Bring the gimmick that you got.
Yeah.
Bring that gimmick at least.
It's AEW. You know she owns it.
She owns it.
She can bring it with her.
Bring it. Just bring it. Timeless and all. Bring it. Because I'm already done.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but I was done. I was done with that decision.
And why is Okada still carrying around a belt?
If he's not wrestling,
And he says, "Beesh."
bitch.
Hey, look. Hey, look. It could look. There's a silver lining to all of this.
Which
WWE is looking at Willow.
Yeah.
They're also looking at Mariah
Chris,
May.
Chris Statlander. Well, Mariah May's already gone. Her contract ended.
They're already looking to bring her
Yeah.
already.
I thought they already signed her.
Did they sign her?
I don't know if it's official, but I've heard that rumor.
Hey, look.
And they also want Chris Statlander too. They want Willow and Statlander.
More likely, we're gonna see that in
I'm
NXT.
about to say, look, we all know who's picking the women for NXT. You can thank Shawn Michaels for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could definitely thank Shawn Michaels for that.
No, but at this point now,
Speedball match was great.
That pay-per-view was all right to watch, but it's still not like the thing I would still choose to watch every time.
I would say they had a bigger crowd for that night at least.
This is probably the most
AEW?
tolerable pay-per-view for me in quite a while.
Me too.
Because I even managed to watch Ricochet.
Oh, I skipped that one.
I actually watched mostly because of Mark Briscoe.
Yeah, Mark Briscoe I heard was great, but
Yeah, but Mark Briscoe pulled out that damn index bottle.
yo.
Scream. I say, you know what? I love it.
Oh, my other gripe for Anarchy.
Yeah.
It's too many damn people in there, like with stories that just showed up. Too many damn people. Like, we don't care about this story.
And this is why this is why we have a wrestling ring to have a wrestling match. Instead of there's a match here, here, and here, and you're trying to watch all of them at the same time.
And you're right. The camera can't even fucking focus on one fucking person, like, or on two people.
Oh my God. I thought about something. It reminded me of the Stampede bullshit I said I hated.
Exactly.
That was the COVID year. They had the Stadium Stampede match because they did it in the football stadium next door instead of in a basketball arena.
Although I did like the Swerve sneaker that he just thrown out, even though it was like a
Bro,
revenge.
I like the Swerve. I like his entrance. Came out dressed as the Predator. I said, bro, he hits every time.
It does. He does, man. Shout outs to Swerve.
Yeah. Quick note on Monday Night Raw. Your girl, Liv Morgan.
We can go over. That's fine.
She returned. And she was not happy about Miss Roxy in the Judgment Day clubhouse.
This is all I gotta say. Give this man his flowers. He's returning to the Mac. Return of the Mac Nuggets. Return of the Mac Nuggets. Return.
Did y'all see the meme?
Yes.
Online?
Yes.
We posted it.
Yes. Yo. Play on, player.
Play on, player. Do you, King?
His
body count is crazy.
His body count is immaculate.
His body count is immaculate right now.
Immaculate.
Especially the counts that he has. I mean, the first one was incredible. Was always incredible. Second one hits different. Third one just out of this world.
Woo, woo.
Right.
Rick for a clap. Woo, woo.
Bro, before he get a world title shot, just believe
he don't need no
he gonna
world
have
title.
another.
You don't.
He don't need no world
Hey,
title.
look.
He don't need that.
Look.
He don't need that kind of problems in his life.
Hey, look. Hey, look. He don't need that kind of problem in life. But once they put him in a title shot, the other women are gonna follow.
Mm-hmm.
He don't need them kind of problems. What's he going to get for that?
Mind you, she's not champ though yet.
This is true. Well,
She's not champ yet because
he
he usually gravitates on champions.
well, that's why
Yeah,
that's
she
why
is.
she's the side chick right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she's only side chick.
Dude, you're opening like fucking more things that could happen. Because Roxanne is going to be a future champion, of course. I feel like he's setting his eye on that. He's like,
I mean, if he becomes world champion, who's going to pull next? Cuban chick from NXT?
Hey man,
Imagine
Her.
Jada Parker.
Jada Parker?
Oh my
Miss
God,
Parker?
dude! If it's next year and he pulls Jada Parker, this man goes to the Hall of Fame, bro. I don't care.
Hall of Famer at 27?
Yes, early
Amen.
Hall of Fame, guarantee. 2026 Hall of Fame, Dom Mysterio.
Yeah, he's doing numbers right now.
He's doing very big numbers.
The boy's doing numbers.
The biggest heel in wrestling, in modern wrestling history right now. One of the biggest heels.
The boy's doing numbers.
Boy's doing numbers, bro. He's like LeBron James, like early LeBron James, bro. Like or early Kobe Bryant, bro. Just hitting them numbers.
Hey man, that man, Steph Curry was shot. Ain't you missing?
He never missed. That's a man that don't miss.
Facts.
That's a
Yeah.
man that don't miss right there.
Him and Melo have some words, and he could be like, "If you can see my record, I don't miss." And just walk away.
And the chicken nuggets is his power, bro. Cause look how many
Where?
baddies he pulling with chicken nuggets, bro. I go to McDonald's, I can't even pull a single baddie for a 6-piece, bro.
That's because he's eating 50 pieces.
He even 50. I be getting them 20s. I'm sorry.
You gotta
Bruh,
get
let me
your
tell you
weight up. You gotta get your weight
Let me
All
up.
right, I'll go for 40, bro.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. I'm about to go to Wendy's and get me a 40-piece nugget spike.
$30. Yo, I'm gonna be chanting that shit, bro.
On some totally
Yeah.
random shit, did you see Brock Lesnar with the long hair?
Yo, what is
Bruh,
that, my
I
boy?
love it.
What is this, my boy?
Man.
I
Yo,
like
matter
it.
of fact, that picture made me like it. 'Cause I was like, we never seen Brock with long hair. Always seen him with short. So it being that long makes him look like a real farmer boy.
Dude, he
But
does.
being stable to the right of him, I didn't want to know that was stable.
I didn't even know either. That's crazy.
Like, why he look younger here than he ever done?
I
surgery,
guess
you know?
I guess her surgeon finally got it right.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know what I think it is? He took her away from the surgery and put her on a farm, and she was like, I just gotta stick to what I know.
I guess.
But I like this Brock with long hair. Now, if he ever show back up and he got the 2 braids, oh yeah, he's
Jesus.
Viking Brock. He beating her like everybody.
Viking Brock. Yo, if
Yeah.
Viking Brock comes out,
Yeah, that's the next level up from Cowboy Brock, Viking Brock.
Viking Brock. That look. They paid an homage to his old football team. Viking Brock.
But if he ever came back and wanted to mentor some people, he'd come back with 2 braids and go get the War Raiders.
Facts.
I'm usually against a Brock Lesnar return, but I
I'm
actually,
not. I am not.
I actually want him to come back with his long hair now. I actually want to see how this works out.
Yeah, I'm never
I'm
against Brock
interested.
Lesnar ever showing back up. I'm just against Brock Lesnar when he gets a title and leave.
Word,
There you
man.
go.
That's crazy.
That's the problem.
But Vince is not under that, so maybe he'll actually have a work schedule.
Yeah. There
So,
you
yeah.
go. All right. Outside the ropes, Candy Bars Part 2. And all the ones that were on the actual voting list, I hate. So I threw the $100,000 up there. That's
Okay.
what I fucks with.
What
There we
was
go.
under there then? Milky Way.
You know something funny?
What's
I
that?
ate all of these, and I still have never touched $100,000 yet.
Oh,
I
yeah.
never touched $100,000. I never
See,
know
it's-
what that tastes.
Think of a Crunch Bar in the form of a Snickers.
Okay, now you piqued my interest.
Because it's got the Rice Krispie deal, but it's like Snickers form.
Ah, okay.
So let me get a breakdown. I never had a great $100,000, the cash wise or candy bar. 3 Musketeers, ass, because that bitch melts in a matter of a second.
Yeah.
A Crunch Bar is cool, but I don't need a whole solid for the chocolate.
Yeah, it's boring because it's just too much plain chocolate.
I like Twix.
No offense, you can have Twix. I don't want that because I hate the commercials even more. I don't know which side to take.
Yeah, the commercials be annoying.
Yeah,
I get it.
I will tell you, well, in my childhood, all the way up until I stopped eating candy on a regular basis was a
Butterfinger.
Commercials and Bart. And now that Butterfinger has different versions, they have a new Butterfinger that's salted caramel.
Not gonna hold you. I haven't had a Butterfinger in a while, but it was great to me. I did like it.
Yeah, like I can go to Butterfinger because like just looking at it, I can be like,
great.
Man, no homo, I can taste it.
I like peanut butter, and the peanut butter and Butterfinger just don't hit for me. That's always been my problem.
Calvin says someone called Brock Lesnar Gandalf.
I can see that.
And Gandalf the Brown.
Hold on, let's go back to that picture. Imagine him holding a stick, a staff.
Yo, I can see him jump back and forth. Look at the entry from Blood Rage and going, you step out fast, and then F5.
No, now imagine that Brock Lesnar at the SummerSlam where he lifted the ring up with the tractor.
I think it would have been perfect with the cowboy hat and everything.
Yo, imagine this Brock Lesnar when he didn't win the title and he walked past you to at him and you just seen the hair flowing.
Dude, he looked like he ate Snitsky. Fucking crazy.
Bro, I got a question though. Who's the bald-headed dude behind him on the left shoulder that look like one of them dumb people from the Spy Kids?
That's one of those people you'd be like Michael Jordan, just palm it.
Like a back his head like Usos did Austin Theory.
All right, so Twix and Butterfingers for me. Crunch is in the middle for me. Because sometimes they'll come in a good occasion.
Now, if
I do Butterfinger and
like
Crunch, but I
popcorn.
gotta say that for somebody.
Yeah, like I'll take a fun size Butterfinger and a fun size Crunch. I'm not eating like the main size.
Yeah, fun size is better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
if I'm eating the main size candy bar, I'll pass on all of them.
Yeah.
And this has been the Ultra Real Testing Podcast.
Yeah. Well, one more thing. If you would have switched that Crunch into a freaking white chocolate Hershey's, it would have been great.
I don't like those either.
Oh,
They're too sweet.
No.
I'm not a fan of white chocolate. I like white chocolate, but not like candy bar white chocolate.
There you go. He's got the
I bet.
he's got the plan.
He's got the plan.
I've been Darth Messiah, and you, sir.
I ain't in the street. I like the motherfucker hill.
Good night, JK.
Good night to all, and to all, good night.
Peace.
Stay alive. Peace.
Peace.